All right, the moment has come. Please. Thank you. So again, I have a mic, still my voice is a bit weak. So take care of that. The chair would then like to call GA6 back in order at 13:45 UTC plus H Bali time. First point, roll call of member organizations, Eunice.
Hello everyone. For this time, I would like to ask you to say, I love IVSA in your native language. And we're starting with IVSA Denmark. IVSA Germany.
Viva IVSA!
IVSA Ghana. IVSA India. IVSA Indonesia. IVSA Ireland. IVSA Italy.
IVSA, ti amo.
IVSA Malaysia.
Aku cinta IVSA.
IVSA Morocco. IVSA Nepal.
मेरो आइबिएसए प्रति धेरै माया छ
IVSA Peru. IVSA Philippines. IVSA Poland. IVSA Portugal. IVSA Slovenia. IVSA Slovakia. IVSA South Korea. IVSA Sweden. IVSA Taiwan. IVSA Thailand. IVSA the Netherlands. IVSA Turkey. IVSA USA.
IVSA, I adore you.
Okay, we're at 52.38, so we have 4.
All right, next point on the agenda, nominations for 74 IVSA Symposium, 2 years away. Are there any nominations? Seeing none, nominations will remain open until the last meeting of the session and then again in the next session. No nominations are now closed. Next point on the agenda, introduction of election procedures. When you're ready, Sue.
Susanna IVSA. So as you know, today is very important day. We are doing elections, and I would like to explain you one more time how we are going to do it, just to make sure that you know everything. So one more time, for the president, we are going to go with the preferential voting. For secretariat, clarity and large voting, and of course, the system is going to be the same as 2 days ago, which means electronically and secret. Of course, I will also remind you what both preferential and clarity at large states for. Of course, each member organization has 2 votes, and this is very important what you have to keep in mind. All local chapters from a single country must come to an agreement between themselves as to how they want to cast their votes. It's really important for you to communicate with local chapters and with members who are not here, because you are going to state the opinion of your whole member organizations, not only your own opinion. And remember, all local chapters are important at the same level. So they have an equal right to say everything they want. And we are going to cast one elections, which are going to be for president and the secretary. That means that we are going to receive twice one form with the ballot for first president, but under the same link, there's going to be a second ballot for secretariat. And as we did it 2 days ago, you will receive two separate emails, each with only unique code for each elections, which means the ID of the voter, but also key for the voting. And of course, email will be sent to IVSA member organization email. And form which I'm going to send to you will be accepting votes for a maximum of 20 minutes, because I understand that probably you still need to discuss something, you still need to make sure that you are going to do voting the way your member organization wants to do, and I hope that you are going to check it twice, 3, 4, 5 times, just to make sure that you are going to avoid mistakes, and you are going to cast your vote the way you would like to do it. So how we are going to do it? Click on the link, insert both codes, vote for each, and repeat in the second email. And small reminders what means preferential voting, which is going to be for president. You have to put all the nominees in the preference order, being number 1 as the one you prefer the most. It's going to be exactly the same system with these soccer players we did 2 days ago. Very important information, people are going to be set in random order, and they're going to be set in random order every time differently. So please make sure that you are putting them in the order you would like to do it, because in the first email you can get different order than in the second. This is very important. And of course you can abstain from the voting as well. Plurality at large for secretaries mean that you can choose the number of positions we are having open, which is right now only one, because we are opening only one place for secretariat position. So you can choose only one person, or you can abstain from voting, because we are not going to vote against someone, but we can abstain. Please remember, because we want to avoid mistakes, we want to avoid invalid votes. Double check twice, check 3 times, 4, 5, 10, how many times you need to do it if you use the correct codes. Make sure that you are not using the same code twice, because it's not going to work. And also please make sure that the voting delegate, which means the person who is voting on behalf of your country, is the only person who is going to use member organization email during elections. Please, if your member organization is doing something right now, just tell them to stop for these 20 minutes, because we want you to be the only people who are going to be inside email right now, because we want to avoid any kind of mistakes, or maybe that someone from your member organization will use the email. Just please make sure about that. And of course, few very important reminders. Voting is very anonymous and important. And remember that this is a long-term choice. We are not choosing someone for 1 week. We are choosing someone for half a year when you are talking about president. Remember that by voting for someone, you are just showing that you trust this person, that this person is the best for this position, and how they will function in the team. And it does not mean that you like this person. It's very, very important for you to remember. We are not talking about friendship. We are just talking about work and how these people are going to, play the role as a president or secretary. It's very important, because we need to have the most capable team. So please think carefully about the candidates that you choose. Don't follow your heart, follow your mind. And also, maybe it will be useful for the last discussion, like useful things you can take into consideration. Personal attributes, for example, the capability to work in a team and how compatible their personal skills are with the skills required for each position. Motivation and dedication to IVSA, and also relevant IVSA experience and other useful experience these people can have, because I sent you 3 days ago all of the nominees forms. So please, if you need, go through them one more time, check them, check the experiences, check the strong things from these days. Please make sure that you are casting your vote the way you would like to do it. And remember, just think about the best person, the person who will benefit to IVSA the most, in your opinion. Any questions? Yes.
Ricardo Israel, IVSA Portugal, body number 74. Just would like to ask if you could repeat the modality of voting for the secretariat and the president, etc.
By the way, of voting
Yeah,
is
yeah,
different.
the plurality or the single vote, because I got a little confused.
So, like the most different is that we are choosing with the referral on order because right now we are having four nominees. So, with in which round the last person who is going to get the lowest number of votes, these votes are going to be counted for the second choice and then for the third, etc. That's why we are using this preferential voting because for sure we are going to have four rounds at least. But program is going to calculate it automatically, so it should be, I hope it will be done during during this time I'm going to send to you. And with priority at large, we don't need a majority, we just vote for the person, we are just choosing the person who is going to get the most numbers of votes from GA.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other? And yeah, oh yeah, I see that hand from the back.
Dana Kurun, IVSA Slovenia, bidding number 61. I just wondered, are we just gonna know who won the presidential vote, or are you telling us how many votes each person got?
Okay, Joanna checking IVSA Excel. Sorry, so you are not going to know the results right now. We are going to go for the recess and we are having presentation of Urina Institute and I need this time to look at the results, to count everything down, to check everything down, to prepare for your presentations. Of course, during the presentation of the results, I will show you the results of each round to explain you how votes were cast and everything. So you are going to see the charts with the exact results of the elections. Okay, I don't see any other questions, so. So I'm going to open right now the elections. As it was 2 days ago, you are going to receive 2 emails. Just one final comment. If you are going to have the same problems which we're having during the test elections, that you weren't able to open the form because of some kind of problems, remember, if you are not able to log into your emails, you can just switch to the private tab, to the private browser, and just log again. Everything is clear?
She's going for it. Soon. So, give you some time to fill it out. We're working on the internet, we're setting up hotspots again like last time, so if you're having some trouble with the internet, we're getting back to that. In the meantime, I'm about to entertain a motion. So in a bit. So we're going to start these. So don't need to room because we're going to watch a video from Paulina or Spencer, probably Paulina. So Chair would like to entertain a motion to go into the studies.
Organizada IVSA, I so move.
Second.
Clarify for half an hour.
Organizada IVSA, I so move.
Thank you, guys. Is there any discussion? Are there any objections to going into the studies for 30 minutes? Seeing none, we're now at studies.
The elections are open. You should get your emails now, just so you know.
Can we some German out?
Apparently I didn't explain it correctly. So we're going into some of these for 30 minutes. We're gonna watch a brief video, but at the same time, you can vote. If you need any help, reach out to any of the officials. Thank you. Voice, it's very sexy. Yeah, if you need any help, reach out to any of the officials and of course, especially the election committee. So just to clarify.
I have some more clarification. You might have seen that we are extended east by some officials went out. It's actually our election committee, just so nobody sees the results and stuff. That's why they're outside.
Maybe I should start like. Oh, but the albums are connected with this. No. See, I can hear it coming. Yeah. Presentation, sponsoring partners, and for the presentation. Wait, let me get my computer. I did not want to do
What is
it.
It's the same shit. Oh.
Have you downloaded? I think so. Can I get your charger 1 second? So mine is dead. So can you see the yeah.
Marina Institute, and I am excited to share some information and some tips that I have from my 20 years in veterinary practice on how to answer those client questions about nutrition. This can be a challenging subject to have that conversation with your clients, and we want to make sure that we provide you practical, easy to use tools that you can put into practice as a student and when you graduate out into veterinary practice. Because you're going to see some of the things that we have here on our slide. Can I feed a raw diet? What about probiotics? I want to give my large breed puppy a calcium supplement. And sometimes it's hard to know right off the bat exactly how to answer some of those questions. I also want to point out, before we move on with the rest of the presentation, please feel free to capture my email on this slide. We won't have time for live Q&A today, so I do want to make sure that if you have any questions I can answer, you can reach out to me at any time. So I mentioned that I'm representing the Prina Institute today, and many of you may already know about the Prina Institute, but just in case this is sounding a little new to you, the Prina Institute is an organization within Purina that's really serving as the voice of Purina science, but more than that, outside expertise as well in the field of nutrition. Because we really feel that the science sharing, aside from products and product claims, is so important to the veterinary community. And we're facilitating collaboration and knowledge exchange in a variety of ways. First, we want to connect the most innovative minds in pet health. So we can do that through conferences, webinars, and other activities. We partner with global thought leaders. And this is very important because we need their input to make sure that we are doing the best that we can in the area of nutrition education. Of course, we want to share groundbreaking research. So when we have a discovery, we want to get it out there to the veterinary community and facilitate that exchange of knowledge. And what we're really going to be focusing on today is this last point, where we want to help shape this nutrition conversation. It's been a little frustrating in the past few years to have that nutrition conversation at times with clients because of the variety of places that they may be coming to you with information that may not have been science or fact-based. So we want to help make sure that we can take back that conversation and put it back in your hands as a future veterinary professional, as a veterinary student now, because you are the ones that really have that knowledge that they need to hear. And I think because those nutrition conversations have been a little bit tough, you can see the statistics here, but 83% of our clients have full trust in us in pet nutrition. And it might not always feel that way because the ones that don't can really give you a little bit of a pushback when you're in the clinic, but they do trust us. But I think because of that minority that we deal with in the clinic every day, we're starting to just back off of that nutrition conversation. And that is a real shame because we need to be providing what our clients want to hear, and they want to hear about nutrition. I can tell you from my practice experience, when I have prescribed an insulin for a cat, I've really never had pushback on what my insulin choice was. Very rarely on what antibiotic I might want to use. But I've certainly gotten a little bit of pushback on my nutrition recommendations. We can't step back from having that conversation. And if we arm ourselves with the tools and tricks to know how to have that conversation with our clients, we are going to bond these clients to us for life because this is such an important topic to them. But it's understandable, as I mentioned, that we may not want to always engage in these topics. And there's a variety of reasons for that. First, when I was in veterinary school myself, I got quite a bit of large animal nutrition, but not a whole lot of companion animal nutrition. So some veterinary professionals just feel they don't have the knowledge in order to be having these conversations. If they don't have the knowledge, man, it's a very vast subject to try to get up to speed on and can be difficult and daunting. And then let's get real, when we are in the clinic, we are busy professionals. And so sometimes it's just hard to find the time when you have so many other things that you have to do. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about a tool that I think you're going to find extremely helpful when it comes to having these nutrition conversations. So at the Prina Institute, we have now launched a platform called Center Square. And the benefits of Center Square is that we really want this to be an easy and practical tool that you can use in the clinic. It's not a textbook you have to sit down and read. It's not an hour-long webinar that you have to sit through in order to get what you need, because we understand that you need a different type of tool when you're in the clinic that is quick and easy to access. But it has to have the most up-to-date nutrition information, and it has to be backed by science, which this is. I always like to watch just quick little videos. That's how I like to get my learn on. So there's a variety of different ways, and I'll take you through all the different content pieces that we have in this platform. But I love the little video series that we have, just to get up to speed on something that I may need to just brush up on. We have practice scenarios if you kind of want to take that tour in your learning path. And then some conversation starters. If you've learned about it, but you're still not quite sure how to broach the topic with your client, we have some suggestions as to how you can do that. But in addition to having all those different ways in which you can learn, it doesn't help if it's not easy to use, because again, we're trying to find something that is going to be quick and accessible to you practically when you're in the clinic. So you can easily filter the content by species, nutrition category, the content type, and also how much time you have, because that's important as well. And then sometimes we can have that quick conversation in the office call, but you may just need to also send home our clients with some information. And this platform gives you that ability to do that as well. And then lastly, it also has to be robust enough, right? It has to cover everything that we're really looking for when we're going in to have those nutrition conversations. So Center Square contains information on life stage nutrition, on focused nutrition, which is a little bit more of a dive into that well-pet conversation, of course, therapeutic nutrition, understanding pet food, and then those tools you may need. You need quick access to your body condition score chart or your fecal score chart. That's there as well. And then, of course, those nutrition conversation starters in case you need a little extra help trying to understand how best to broach this topic with your clients. And again, because you can search with how much time you have, you can get some answers in 5 minutes. For example, if you have a cat with pancreatitis or a dog with pancreatitis, and you don't quite remember what nutritional recommendations could be for that, in less than 5 minutes, you could find the exact grams per 100 kcal that you should be recommending of fat in dogs that have acute pancreatitis. So something that you can really find very quickly and have that knowledge to be able to help institute therapeutic nutrition into your case management, which we know is so critical. So the mainstay of what you're going to find on Center Square are our nutrition briefs. And it's going to have an introduction, some concise key messages if you're just looking for something quick, those conversation starters that we've mentioned, related tools. So if you're looking at something with obesity, you're going to find the body condition information right there as well. And again, we want to make sure that you can also share this information with the pet owner and send them home to be able to continue to understand better what's going on with their pet and why the nutritional recommendations are what they are for their particular well pet situation or disease condition. And I did also talk about these practice scenarios, and these can be pretty fun to dive into as well, depending on, again, how you like to learn and how you like to get your information. So let's say we're there on a Wednesday afternoon. We know that we're seeing a 14-year-old cat coming into our clinic, and we just want to understand a little bit more about what we want to include, perhaps even in our physical exam. You know, you remember about muscle condition scoring and its importance, but don't exactly remember how that's done, or just need a little extra help or have that chart right in front of you. So you can go here to general. You can see on the right side here, he's the senior cat, and you're going to get all that information on body condition scoring, making a recommendation, a nutritional recommendation for a senior cat. So that muscle condition scoring chart right there. So it puts everything together in that bucket. If you know you're seeing a senior cat, and these are the things that we think that you need to know when you're going to be having that conversation, both your physical exam, your assessment of that cat, and then of course, ultimately, what the nutritional recommendation might be for that individual cat. You can see there's a wide variety of these practice scenarios that you can tap into and enjoy as you go through your day and in the practice. And I talked a little bit about these video clips that we have. And if you don't know Dr. Julie Churchill or Dr. Sarah Abood, trust me that they are preeminent experts in nutrition. But I think one of the things that really sets them apart for me is just how practical they are. And I've learned so much from both of them in this video series because the way that they approach it with the client is also non-judgmental. It's bringing them into the conversation. It's collaborative. And that's really what we want to have happen. We don't want to be having contentious conversations about nutrition with our clients. We want to be building the foundation of our relationship with these conversations. And that is something that I think Dr. Churchill and Dr. Abood just do spectacularly well. So one of them that you can see here is, how do we ask open-ended questions to get that nutrition information? Steering clear of that, do you give treats? Yes or no? Because as Dr. Churchill brings up, they may knee-jerk to the answer they think you want versus how she suggests approaching it, which is, pretend that I'm your pet sitter. I need to know everything that happens with Fluffy today so that I make sure that I don't miss out on anything that's important to her in her nutrition throughout the day. So let's start and just take me through everything that you do with her from a nutrition perspective. First of all, you're going to get so much more information with that approach, but also see how collaborative that is and how you're forming that bond. And I think it really elicits a lot more sharing from the client when you take those kinds of approaches. And that's just one thing that I learned from Dr. Churchill among many in this video series. They're also quick videos. So again, it's not a webinar that you need to listen to in order to get that tip that I just shared with you. They're about 5 minutes long, and they just are packed with really helpful information. So highly recommend this video series. And then those nutrition and assessment tools. I can't tell you how many times in the clinic I have been looking through drawers trying to find where my body condition score chart is or where my fecal score chart is. And it's really important for me to take a look at and also to be able to share with the client. So here we have a module that's going to have all of these tools right there for you. So you never again have to be looking through 20 drawers to find what you're looking for. You can quickly bring up that body condition system and show it to your clients, have the ability to do so in the room, or you can print it and send it to them home with it, or you can email it to them afterwards. But this is just facilitating, again, making sure that you have what you need when you're making these critical assessments. Because let's remember that every pet that you see should have a nutritional assessment, just like we take the pulse and the respiration, and we do a pain score, and we take their temperature. We should also be assessing their nutrition and making a recommendation. And these tools can be really, really important to that. To convince that owner that maybe has an overweight animal that we need to take some steps in order to correct that before the next visit. Or here, you can see that there's the DISHA chart, which is a way of scoring cognitive decline in senior pets. And something, again, that can help facilitate that conversation. When you say that there may be some nutritional interventions that we want to consider here, because I'm starting to see some signs of cognitive decline, but guess what? There's something that we can do about that. This is what the tools are going to help provide you when you're having these conversations. And the always popular hot topics, right? So we know that there's a lot of very interesting and engaging topics in the area of companion animal nutrition. And a lot of these topics are some of those ones that more misinformation may be present, coming from a variety of different sources, whether it be the internet or other people giving advice who no doubt mean well with what they're trying to coach the clients or the pet owner about, but they may just not have all of the facts. So this is, again, a way that very quickly we can get up to speed on what's going on in the world of raw food. What are some concerns that we might want sharing with our clients? And then what are some conversation starters to broach a topic that sometimes can be a little bit emotional? Things like gluten in pet food, home-cooked diets, and then also things that maybe are more related to disease conditions. So what is the importance of nutrition in heart health? What about hydration and that cat coming in that may be drinking a little bit more than usual and urinating a little bit more than usual? And then, of course, things that are very important as well to clients, like supporting the immune system. That's really become something that is, we have seen grow in its importance to the pet owner. And so we can provide you some of those easy talking points in order to be able to navigate through some emerging hot topics as well. So I've shared some of the wonderful functionality of Center Square, but I did want to let you know as well, as a group of students, that we have asked some students to use this tool and to give us some feedback, some honest feedback. And we were really blown away by the reviews that they gave the platform. So 98% of students that use Center Square felt that it furthered their understanding of companion animal nutrition, which is fantastic. 96% felt that it increased confidence. And we can have all the knowledge we want, right? But if we don't feel confident to engage in that conversation, then that's not really accomplishing what we need to. And 100% of veterinary students would recommend Center Square to their peers. So that was fantastic to see. And just taking a little bit more of a double click into the reviews we got, we also tested this out with veterinary professionals. And at the top here, we have kind of how confident vet professionals and vet students were feeling in their nutrition knowledge, kind of in the mid-50s, students a little bit below 50%, having that confidence in their nutrition knowledge. After using Center Square for actually a fairly short period of time, there was a significant bump in the level of confidence. So veterinary professionals are now in the 70s with their confidence and being able to really engage with a pet owner about nutrition. And the veterinary students, you guys are overachievers, actually bumped up to over 80%, feeling confident in their nutrition knowledge. So really, really nice results from just a short period of time of using Center Square. And then we asked a little bit more detail, how is this working and why is this working? So we want to make sure, hopefully it was clear in what I've already said to you today, that we know this needs to be practical, this needs to be relevant, and this needs to be easy to use. So we asked those questions in our survey. 92% of vet professionals said this is relevant. 84% of vet professionals said it's up to date. That's really important. We don't want to be giving you any information that's out of date, and we'll constantly be refreshing and looking at the content to ensure that we continue to deliver on that promise. And then 75% said, yep, this is practical information that I can use right away. 88% said easy to understand. 85% easy to relay to pet owners. Again, they're bridging up the gap of I know something, but can I get that knowledge over to my pet owner that I'm counseling here? And then really excited to see, again, well above 80% saying that this is easily accessible because I am a veterinary professional myself, and when I am in the clinic, I understand that time is not abundant, and this needs to be something that is very easy to get to without any hurdles or barriers. So, having said all of that, let's do a case study because we love case studies. And so let's say now it's not Wednesday afternoon where you're seeing your cat. This is Monday morning. And you're sitting there having your cup of coffee, getting ready for your first patient of the day. This will be Charlie, one of your favorites. And your technician is there just admitting Charlie, getting some information for you. And she comes on back into the office and she says, Charlie's mom is really happy with how he's doing. He's been eating well, he's drinking well, his activity seems good, and she's just here for her well pet checkup. But Doc, I did notice when I admitted Charlie today and weighed him in, he has actually gained a little weight, and I'm not sure, but he looks maybe like he's a little bit over where we want him to be. So you see that the body weight went from 33.6 kilograms last year to 36.8 kilograms in this year. So you just want to brush up on some things and also get some tools to help you with this conversation, because talking about overweightedness in pets can certainly be one of the tougher subjects that we cover. So we hop on to Center Square, and we know that we want to get some resources to help. So we go right to the nutritional and clinical assessment tools, and we go to view resources. And now we don't have a lot of time because we got to get to Charlie, right? And we don't want to set our day behind right from the get-go, or we'll just be struggling to catch up. So we're gonna filter, we know we want some content on dog, I know we want some body condition assessment, and we're not gonna have a ton of time to look at it. So we've selected that body condition assessment, making that diet recommendation, and the nutritional assessment as well. So first up, we have that how to perform a body condition. Now, perhaps you want to brush back up on it, but if you feel very, very confident in it, this is something that you can also play for the client in the room if you have that capability, where they can access it either potentially on their phone, if you can provide them where to go, and they can watch and kind of educate themselves on how to do that body condition. And that's really helpful during the time of weight loss, because then they kind of know what's going on, they can see and recognize the success. So this is a great one to be able to show your owners why it's not just about the weight on the scale, but it's more than that, it's about that body condition. And that's really what we're trying to aim for. And then we also have our body condition system sheet, so we can kind of circle or show where we think Charlie might be at. In this particular case, we think he's maybe a 7.5, 8. So we really need to take some action to get him back down where we want him to be. And then we also have our progress chart. Progress and celebrating success is so important in the conversation about weight loss because it's hard. You're asking a client to do something that's hard. Nobody wants to be on a diet. I don't want to be on a diet. I don't really love the idea of my fat being on a diet. This is difficult, but it's so important. So when you do have those successes and that progress, that positive reinforcement, like, hey, you are doing a fabulous job with Charlie. You know, he is going to live a happier, better life because we're doing this, and look at the progress we've made as we've gone through this. It goes a huge way into getting that compliance with our owners when it comes to this. And then again, because it is a little bit of a difficult conversation, if you're just looking for some guidance as to how you might approach it, those conversation starters are there. And again, just keeping those key messages of the reason I'm doing this is because you love Charlie, I love Charlie, and we want him to live his best life, a longer, healthier life. And this is why we're gonna help him just take off a few of those pounds. So I hope that you will go and visit Center Square today and explore it, look at the tools, find the areas that speak most to you, and really get up to speed on your nutrition knowledge and feeling confident in having that conversation with every pet owner that you will see during your career as a student and then as a veterinary professional. You can scan that URL code right there, or you can just go to trinainstitute.com/Center Square. And lastly, I just want to share with you that we would also love for you to consider signing up for the Trina Institute Scientific Communications. Again, you have a little scan code right there for you to make it easy, but you can also get there with trinainstitute.com/sign up with that little hyphen in the middle of sign up, or just access it right from trinainstitute.com. There's a very clear sign up button up in the right-hand corner. And why we'd like you to consider signing up for these, because this is where we share some of the latest discoveries in nutritional science. We have free nutritional resources and those guides that we can be sharing with you to help facilitate that conversation. We have a really exciting offering of events and webinars this year. So this is how we can make you aware of those, all free for you to attend, both live and on demand. New content alerts. So if we add something to our webpage, something else in the area of microbiome, or we add some content to Center Square, this is how we can make you aware of that quickly and easily. And we have some great newsletters to help you keep informed as well. So we do hope that you'll consider signing up for our scientific communications. And with that, it has been a pleasure to have this time to talk to you today. I hope that some of the tools that I have spoken to today will help you. And I also hope that you have a fantastic rest of your conference, and perhaps we can all meet in person together in the not too distant future. Thank you.
Can I get Hi. Is it working? Or we just close it? I'll use it.
Hi, I just want to say that we are still waiting for some MOs to respond, so we are giving you a bit more time for it. We will be going back to GA, doing some more updates, to give it election committee time and you the time to vote fully, because we want all of the votes. And then we will table some things to go to, results, because I believe everybody wants to know them today before the normal dinner. Thank you. Also, if you have some issues with the election card, let me know.
So as you can see, we're offering a new challenge with the mics. So I would just like to ask one of my mic runners, this one's empty, yeet, to get a new battery. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. And Felix. And also Wanda. Why did we let's just go.
You. As my mic is short of sitting down, I'm gonna go into a recess for 10 minutes. You guys, go to the toilet, fill up your water bottles, stay hydrated. But, very important part, the whole area, like with the soft seats, is closed off because that's where the election committee is working. They need to focus and they have big secrets, so you cannot go there. Please only go to the toilet and restaurant area, and when you're done, just come back in here. Okay? Yes, it is. So, to summarize, what I'm gonna do, voice is gonna go off again. I'm gonna reopen the GA. Thanks. I'm gonna reopen the GA, and then we're gonna go immediately into recess, and then the rules I just said apply. So, the chair would like to call the GA back to order at 14:35 UTC +8 Bali time. And then the chair would like to entertain a motion to go into a 10-minute recess. Do we have a mic to run with? Okay, love you. Josephine Westmark.
Guys. Okay, please, move.
Felix Metzger, IVSA Germany, bidding number 35, I so move.
Second.
Great. That also gives us time to deal with the mics. Again. So, are there any objections to going into a 10-minute recess? Seeing you're not in a recess, but stay away from the ball. Thank you. Wait. Sorry, my voice is giving out. Wait.
Short reminder that in the back, we have complement bags that how we are moving with different GA rooms. And a reminder to fill them in. You should not take the messages before tomorrow. The idea is that we give you old bags, we spread them out to HMOs during the white t-shirt party because that's a really nice moment to look back at the messages and all of this stuff. So fill them in, do not take them. Thank you.
Go.
You want to?
I don't have a message other than have a wonderful day.
Let's just say that we are missing you guys over here. Hope to meet you in future. That will
Okay.
be okay.
We're missing you guys. Hope to see you in the future soon. Oh, in Peru.
Anybody still? Three. Oh.
I'll go.
You go, thank you. In the meantime, I will get started and I need to plug this in, otherwise you can see what I'm talking about. Green, please. Surprise, more tech problems. Okay, what am I doing with this? Oh, it's loading, perfect. All right, the chair would like to call the GA back into order. Chair would like to call the GA back to order at 15:05 UTC plus H Bali time. And with that, I have an announcement from the election committee.
Zuzanna Czekaj, IVSA Exco. So as you can assume, elections are done, but during the analyzing the results and discussing these situations with trust, and especially with our parliamentarian who is here to help all of you and also me, especially when we are talking about rules and everything, we discover that we are always choosing secretariat with plurality at large voting, and this is how we are always doing that, because our bylaws are allowing us to do this system every time we are having more than one entity to be elected. So we use these rules always this time because that's how we were doing this always. But after revising the bylaws during the analyzing of the results, we understood that we should do it another way, the same as for president, because even if normally position of president is of secretariat is having more secretaries, right now we are having only one open. That's why, and that being said, following our rules of order, newly revised and following our bylaws, we decided to redo elections only for secretariat, just to be good and just to be clear with all of the rules we have to follow. So sorry for this situation, but I think that it's better to, understand something in the meantime and correct it than trying to, just pretending that nothing happened. So that being said, I will resend you a new link in 2 minutes, and we are going to go with preferential system, which means you have to put all of the candidates in order. The first one is going to be the person we would like to be, who is your first choice, and then we are going back with second, third, fourth, and fifth options. Is that clear? Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay. Okay, so you are going to have half an hour for voting, and I'm going to have the same time for analyzing the results. So please, if you are sure and if you are ready, vote immediately. And in the meantime, I'm going to analyze them. And yes, thank you for your attention.
Susanna's giving you guys a new link. Technically, just to repeat, plurality at large is the 1, 2, 3 option thing we spoke about, just like we did with the exclusivity thing, which that's it. Like, still only voting for one person that's getting elected. Principle's the same, but the form needs to be different. That's it. Susanna's sending it to you, so make sure to fill it out as soon as you can, so she can work fast cycles. With that being said, moving on to the next point on the agenda, being continuing with GA1 onwards. So, which GA1 onwards? Oh, yes. 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 So you are on the wrong slide. Not to scare Jesus yet. So let me just.
Lisa, there's a question.
Oh, yes.
Vivian Lee, IVSA USA, thing number 9. If it's possible, I'd like to request the standardies just because we didn't prepare for the preferential voting. So could I request the standardies for like,
All right. That was very smart. Oh, Matthew?
Can you please move it as a motion?
yes.
Matteo Carnevale,
Also
IVSA.
very smart.
Please
Okay,
move it
let's
as
go.
Vivian Lee, IVSA USA, thing number 9. I move to go to the standardies for 10 minutes.
Is there any discussion? Yes?
Zuzanna, czekaj, IVSA Exco, your link should be already sent to you, so please check it. Remember, we are having 2 votes. Remember to check the order. Remember to be sure that you are choosing person you would like to be secretariat. Thank you.
All right. So with those tips, we now understand that is, so, oh, thank you. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we now understand that is, please don't leave the room, go discuss with your country and fill out the form again. Thank you, guys. I need my, yes, please. All right, so your 10 minutes passed, so, again, please, 10 minutes passed, you can continue with the voting, but we are gonna continue with the GA, otherwise we're gonna run over time again. So, the chair would like to call the GA back to order at 15:22 UTC plus 8 Bali time. And with that, we have arrived at the eBay Network Conference report. And I believe that is Nabil, right? Also, Felix, du bist offline. Du bist offline. Hilf bitte. Wi-Fi is on. Help.
When I arrived.
Wunderbar. All right. Thank you from Germany. Back to you.
Nabil Habib IVSA Morocco, bidding number 67. Hello guys, I'm here to give you a quick final report about the Equine Network Conference that happened in Morocco, October 15 to 19 at our institute. So, wasn't like that. We had 13 MOs attending the Equine Network Conference. Between them, we have Clara here from Slovakia and Hadis from IVSA Turkey. Also, this is the OC that we have. This is just part of the OC. And here is the rest of the OC with the delegates, the first day at the welcoming ceremony. Let's go for a flashback, day by day. So the first day, it was the check-in and registration. Then we had dinner and an icebreaker. Next, the first day of the Equine Network Conference was the opening ceremony with the institute representatives, the OC, and obviously the delegates. Then the equine stream at the equine clinic. Then we had lectures, and then a faculty tour. Next, we had the visit of Harat al-Buraq, which is the center of breeding especially for Arabian horses. And delegates had the opportunity to eat a huge level buffet. Yeah, and at night we had the cultural evening. Delegates experienced the henna making and also the traditional Moroccan outfits. Then we had the most important activity which happened on October 11, which is the visit to the Salon du Cheval. It's a kind of a congress that happens yearly in Morocco, and it's all about the horses. It goes from beauty shows of Arabians, jumping, competition. And then we had a small Medina tour, since the Medina tour was supposed to happen the day before, but we had time here, so we included it in this day. And then we finished with the white t-shirt party. And then the final day, the departure day. So next we have the final report. So the total income was 4,415 euros, and the total outcome was 2,819.8 euros. So there's a big, small difference, I would say. And there, the difference will be used for future projects and events, eventually the 73rd Symposium in Morocco. Thank you.
Great presentation. Oh, are there any questions, one of you? Oh, yes.
Ricardo was first, so it doesn't matter.
Ricardo Zed, IVSA Portugal by the number 74. What means that, baby? Ricardo Zed, IVSA Portugal by the number 74. What does it mean, Habibi?
Oh, Habibi. Habibi means the dearest to my heart. Second
Thanks so much for the question, I'm sorry. Vivian Lee, IVSA USA, betting number 9. Could you discuss which MOs attended the event and what the representation was there?
So these are the animals that attended the event, except for Anastasia from UK. Yeah, she had a last minute delay, emergency, and she couldn't. I responded to her.
Yeah, I was wondering
No, point of order.
Whatever, I will say that I want to remind you that if you want to talk, make questions or discuss something, please raise your hand and wait for the chair to recognize you, and then you can say what you want to say. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Any more questions? Concerning?
Vivian Lee, IVSA USA, betting number 9. Could you describe approximately how many delegates from each country were there?
I don't have a moment that I have like in Morocco. I don't have the right numbers in my head, but there were 20 delegates in total. 21 with Anastasia that they didn't go. But exactly how many?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while now. Any other question?
Right. So in the meantime, I just wanted to remind you guys that you need to fill out the form for voting, obviously, because then Susanna can do her job. So I just got a notification from the election committee that India, Slovakia, and Peru need to double check their forms because the second vote ballot is missing. So if you need help, reach out to the election committee and double check it, please. Thank you. Then in the meantime, I'm just moving on with the GA. Oops. Right, now I'm moving on. So, as I already gave a spoiler, well, an exotic network update. Jesus.
Jesus Hernandez, IVSA USA, meeting number 47.
Alrighty, so the Wild and Exotic Animal Network. So we're gonna go through everything that our team accomplished this term, and then of course I'll provide you with as much transparency as you guys deserve just to see what we did. Okay. Alrighty. So first of all, I don't know if you guys know, but we rebranded our logo. So this is our new logo, and our team was so happy, and they've been providing amazing input. All right, so we have a new project in the making that we're still trying to develop, but basically just providing a comprehensive guide that has like different opportunities in terms of just like free resources, like books, webinars, and additional things such like continuing education and websites, kind of like what I said today, like regarding different opportunities to enhance your knowledge in aquatic medicine. So this is something that we're still trying to work with our community coordinator, but hopefully we'll be able to make something like this by the end of Peru. Alrighty, so we have a lot of upcoming collaborations. So one of them is a collaboration with MENA, who recognize that it is important for our networks to also recognize the regions as well, and particularly those that sometimes tend to be less represented. So we're going to be doing an endemic species spotlight for those regions, and also promoting the beauty of the region as well, and not just the exotic animals themselves. We also have a collaboration coming up with Asia, which we're going to be doing webinars regarding species that are also endemic to Asia. I know the MENA should be coming out either later today or tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one. All right. We also have a lot of collaborations with the standing committees and networks. We're trying to finalize our proposal with the pathology network to create a stress cardiomyopathy webinar. We just heard back from our speaker, so I just haven't had the chance since we've been all here, but hopefully that will be done soon, so we can continue to provide you guys with more information regarding wild and exotic animal welfare and medicine. We're also doing a collaboration with SPA, where we're going to talk about potential challenges and ethics to keeping wildlife species as household pets, just because we want to address the welfare issues and all of that. And we also just heard back from the speaker, I think it was yesterday. So it's been a lot of things that will be coming out soon, hopefully if everything goes to plan. Alrighty, so we had our first case study, which is kind of like our journal study. So basically, I decided to host basically like a journal club kind of thing. So we created a PowerPoint and we ran over a published case that covered a very interesting topic that we found our members might appreciate, such as neoplasms in amphibians, particularly axolotls. If you guys don't know me, I am like the cat lady version of the axolotl, so I'm like the axolotl guy. So unfortunately, this was the first one we were doing, and I forgot to record it, so I apologize about that. However, I do have access to the main report, and I can provide you with that if you guys need, and also like the presentation that we had as well. I will say that we had about 40 respondents, and we had 20 of them show up, which is really good because last year we struggled a lot with student involvement. So to have 20 students active on a first event that we're able to promote within like a week and a half, it was really good, which just comes to show that if we continue to do this more frequently and with more time in advance, we will have a higher percentage of participation. And we had students present from Asia, the Americas, Europe, and MENA, which again also showcases that we're trying to include everyone as much as possible. All right, so active on live events. If you guys don't know, this was the first workshop that WIAN has had during the past 4 years that they've been, that the network was created. And you guys can ask around to the 20 delegates that joined, but I believe that it was a success. Um, Even though right now we don't have financial support directly, just because we're still in that trial period, we were still able to find sponsors to provide us with your free goodies that I'm sure some of you guys have them. But also that our committee coordinator, Susanna, she was really amazing and she provided me with all the tools that I needed to make this happen. And I think that it was a really amazing workshop and I was able to provide you guys with something close to home to me, which is just like increasing awareness in healthcare and in exotic animal medicine. Alrighty, just to touch base on our current partners. So we have the Expedition Project, which we just launched a reel on our Instagram explaining how to join. They are based in South Africa and they have different online courses and continuing education, live streams regarding just welfare, wildlife conservation, but also veterinary medicine. And you guys have a free 1-year membership. So make sure you use that. And I'm also happy to announce that our previous chair had began to create this MOU with the European Wildlife Vets, and we have officially signed with them. So the MOU has been signed, and we're currently working on scheduling our first meeting with them. And again, like they provide a broader perspective because our partner in South Africa, like they have different species compared to the ones that we have in Europe as well, but they're very diverse and broad. And same thing, like they just have so many different opportunities for all of you guys to further your education in wildlife and exotic animal medicine. Alrighty, and one thing that for you guys that were in Denmark, or for those that you guys were there, a big thing for me, I think that as Americans, we think a lot about trying to provide and bring in sponsors and all of that. Within my first month, even though we kind of had a little bit of difficulties just because of the previous structure and everything that we trying, Susanna and Giovanni have been trying to improve was just like in terms of structure. But within that first month, our beautiful Euro helped me out. We were able to create this partner proposal that still hasn't been approved, but it's pretty much almost complete. And the important thing about this partner proposal that I want to bring up your attention to is that Dr. Faulkner is located in Australia, and currently we do not have an IVSA Australia. So I believe that if we partner with him in the future, that this could potentially maybe activate Australia again and just get students motivated to join IVSA. Alrighty, surveys. So we have sent out an interest survey. It should be in your bulletin. We still have it open. If you have any suggestions on topics or anything else that you would like to know in specific, please feel free to fill it out, or you can also just message me or email the Wildlife Network directly. That way we know how to cater to you specifically. And same thing with the Expedition Project. They would like to know what you would like to see more, like more live streams, more workshops and stuff like that. So please just let us know because we're doing this for you and we want to make sure that you guys are benefiting from this. Alrighty, and then lastly, I just want to introduce our beautiful team that we also try to have a lot of diversity and have multiple perspectives from different regions to ensure that we're covering all our bases. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So thank you for your attention. Do you guys have any questions?
EXCO meeting number 6. Can you go back to the second slide, please?
To what?
To the second slide?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, the first one actually. Yeah, it says Wild and Exotic Animals Network Symposium Report. I don't understand what you mean by symposium report. Oh, okay. Never mind. I just got it. Sorry.
questions or comments? Okay, if you guys wouldn't mind, I just have a little thing to share. Like I said, we struggled a little bit at the beginning, but I am hoping that this second term we improve our work, and Susana has been working really closely with us. Despite having like two really big family losses, I was still able to manage my team efficiently, and I was still very communicative, and Susana and the other committees and networks were extremely supportive of me, and I was never absent for more than 3 days, even though it was a big thing that I was dealing with. I still tried to provide my best for you guys. So I just hope that the rest of this term I can continue to improve the network, and hopefully you guys will vote on it to make it officially approved. Thank you.
Say that again. Habibi?
All right, so thank you, Mrs. Next up is the pathology network update. What do I have for pathology network updates? Come on. Hello, everybody. So, here I am. Please introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna introduce myself. Yeah. So, I'm Ikina Jal. I'm from, Ikina Jal, Ikina Jal, IVSA Turkey, the number 31. Yes. So, here I am on behalf of our chair, Giovanni, who could not come, unfortunately. I am the external relations manager of the IVSA Pathology Network. I'll be presenting you the symposium report. So basically, here you can see the strategic plan timeline for 6 months that was accepted in the 72nd Congress in Denmark. And we have, actually, I'm very happy to say that we have exceeded our expectations, and we've finished the 6 months goals, and we've started working on the 1 year goals, and we are very close to finishing those two. So this is the outline. This is what we accomplished. And you can see our logo was created. And like we have Instagram, LinkedIn, you can follow us on these social media platforms. And yeah, I'll talk about the activities we did and the member involvement you will see. Starting off with the webinars, these are the webinars that we did. There's also work in progress. We are also working on collaborating with different committees and networks. This is also a collaboration we did with SCO, the Standing Committee of One Health. We are working on our, as Jesus said, we will have a collaboration with Wild and Exotics Network, and these are the things that we did. We had during the symposium, we had a workshop, and it was a very interesting workshop. It was regarding veterinary pathology, and it was interactive. We had a lot of fun. We collaborated with the Equine Network. Luna is here. They provided us with a speaker, and we conducted the workshop with my friend Arjun, which is also here with us, and also Yan. They're also in the network. So yes. This is our collaboration with MOs. We've been working with MOs. So if you have any idea regarding pathology, just send us an email and we will consider it. IVSA Rampur, Nepal reached out to us. IVSA Croatia reached out to us. IVSA Taiwan. These are the MOs that wanted to collaborate, and they basically came with ideas, and we accepted all the collaborations that, all the requests we have accepted usually. Here you see IVSA Rampur's Microscopic Monday. You can find this on Instagram. We also share this.
And this is the study session we had with IVSA Croatia. Oh yes, this is nice. So our team worked very hard for this, and Caroline, she did a great job. They basically did some coding, and we have a very cool website that you should check out. It's very nice. We have all the updates on this website too. So you can go to Instagram, LinkedIn, and also you can find it on IVSA Global's website and also in our website. External relations is my thing. So we had, you can see the partners and sponsors that we started reaching out. And the thing here is IDEX. Right now we are working on a proposal with the ERO team and the CC team. And yes, I'm very excited about this, and stay tuned. Well, we talked about all these activities, all these webinars, in front of, thank you in front of, well, you get the idea, yeah. Yeah. I'm very thankful for it, so I'd like to say that in front of you. Yeah, basically that's it. Please clap for Arjun, which is our resource and publication manager, and also our graphic manager, which is Jan, which is also here. Where are you, Jan? Yes, please stand up. Please clap, please. Yes. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, you can ask me. And also don't forget to this is a QR code. This goes to our link tree, so you can inform yourselves about what we do and all the updates of what we're gonna do. So yes. Thank you for listening. Yes, anyone have any questions? Anyone that likes pathology? Yeah, I thought that. Thank you.
Thank you again. I will have to chair for a second because we are dealing with some issues. So I will just continue with the GA1 onwards. The next topic is 16.4 Member Organization Director update, and that is Timo. So can come here.
Team Analyzer Expo, video number 8. So my report, here is my lovely MOD team. As you can see, 3 of my regional reps are here and 2 of my secretaries are here. Zio is from the Asia region, Stella from the Europe, Nabil from MENA region, Blessing from SSA region, and Gwen from the Americas. And as secretaries, I have Amali that's here, Felix, and Lynn that's not here, sadly. So in start of the term, the first thing that we did was to search team members for every region, and Banda started making the contracts, and I finalized them, and then sent them out to the people that we chose to be the team members. All the regional reps started also making regional WhatsApp groups, so that all the information would be shared easier to our members. Then I had different one-on-one meetings with the regional reps, and I had team meetings with the regional reps and secretaries to hear what we're going to do this year and what everyone's goal was for this year. And I sadly lost one secretary because she's not PRC. So one of the things that we focused us on was the MOs database, so that we got all the information needed regarding the MOs, the number of local chapters, name of the president, the EO, everything like this. And then we worked on members portal. So we have all MOs now on members portal, which is a win for us. Then once everyone was on members portal, we did the payment of the membership fees. And now we're at the point where we're getting all members on members portal. And as said in my presentation about members portal is extremely important for the future of IVSA, and where we'll share a lot of opportunities and have a closer contact with all our members. Then I had till now 3 presidents and EOs meeting. The first one was in September, where we had 140 participants. Then the second one was in November, where we had around 100 participants. And the third one we had it here at this event, which was lovely.
you don't need to take a QR code because I thought that my presentation was before today, before the EO meeting, and it was the forms of the EO meeting. So you don't need a QR code. What is that? Okay, we can go further. We also make guidelines for MOs on start to post on social media. So as you can see here, as we made examples and guidelines to make it easier for our MOs to understand what follows the bylaws and the code of conduct and code of constitution. At this moment, we're working for every region to have a regional symposia. 2 will be in person, so Europe will go to Aden in Turkey, and for Asia region, we'll go to Malaysia. You will get more information soon. And the end of this month, we will open application for regional symposium, so keep that in mind. And the 3 other regions are working for an online symposium. They're working really hard for it at the moment, and more information will come in the future weeks. I've also worked a lot on both symposium now, as you can see, and the upcoming Congress in Peru, where I had a lot of meetings with POCs and went through everything. And then regarding the member organizations, we have determination of IVSA Lithuania that choose themselves to withdraw from IVSA, so we terminate them this term. We have reactivation of multiple MOs, for example, IVSA Bosnia and Herzegovina, IVSA Ukraine, IVSA Portugal, and IVSA Senegal. In the meantime, we also send different invitation letters so that we could try to get new MOs, and we have new MOs, which will be presented tomorrow. As you can see, 2 new recruited MOs, and this will be presented tomorrow to you. Regarding the ongoing projects, we have the Excellence Award that will also be presented tomorrow, because we have a winner. Then we have the IVSA India and Purina Institute contest that is ongoing now for the upcoming 2 weeks. We are working to make a Q&A section on the website to make it easier for our members to understand, like what's in a book, for example, what's local chapters. So a full Q&A section website that explains everything to make it just easier for the members to understand IVSA itself. Then we have also an individual exchange section that will come on the website, which we're working hardly on with my secretaries. We're working on more collaborations between regions and committees, as Jesus said, for example, Wild and Exotic with MENA region. We are working on regional sponsors, which is nice. And we are working a lot on social media, and that's a big focus now this term. The sponsors and social media just to bring more people interested in the regions. So if you have not done it yet, please follow all the regions on social media. And regarding future projects, what we're going to start now after the symposium is a perfect local chapters database, because at the moment we are a bit confused which local chapters there are and stuff like this. So we will focus on that. We will rebuild the MO drive to make it easier for the national boards to find all the documents needed. We will increase the activity on social media, and we'll also try to improve the president's and EOS meeting. First step that we did now was, for example, to send out a form to hear our members what they want to hear during those meetings. And we want to work to get more opportunities for our members for the future. And I would like to recruit new MOs, as Jesus said, IVSA Australia, for example, who would be lovely to recruit them. Thank you for your attention. Are there questions? Concerns? See none.
Thank you. All right, so I have an update from the election committee, so I'm stuck. Susanna.
Zuzana today at the Exco to explain you what is happening right now. After 4 rounds of elections for the secretariat position, we are having a tie, which means that we have to vote again, do another round, only between these 2 persons between who it was a tie, which means you are going to get another email, which means you have to vote one more time, 2 votes, of course, and you can choose only between these 2 final people between who we had a tie in the 4th round. Of course, you can also abstain. Everything is clear? Okay, to explain you also how we are going to do it, because we are not going to spend money for an election runner, because it's only two people, we are going to do this using Google Form. Of course, you can access this Google Form only with your IVSA member organization email. So please keep in mind that we had the troubles during the votes for inclusivity, events inclusivity proposal. So please open your email using private browser and log using private browser inside your member organization email, and then vote. Inside form, you are having first vote and second vote. Everything clear? Any questions? No, I'm sending it like right now.
Right. More form filling. Great. Sorry. It's very tight in this plain mode. All right. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just move over our agenda. But again, like we just said, if you guys need to stand at ease, like Vivian just gave us an example, you can make a motion. And then you can discuss with your country. So, is there someone that would like to do that? Nabil?
Nabil El Habib IVSA in Morocco.
A bit further away, please, otherwise I can't hear you.
Okay. Nabil El Habib IVSA in Morocco. I move to go into recess for sorry, for 10 minutes.
Just because we're running low on time, just something now? Okay, let me just first reply to Bill, then I can answer you. I am gonna check the itinerary right now because we're running low on time, which means we might have to get overtime. I need to check that. So for now, yes, 5 minutes would be possible. So let me just get to the election committee because maybe she has something smart to say about this.
So not again, IVSA Exco, just a small update. I sent you wrong form, so it's already closed, so don't fill it out. I will send it. I mean, I didn't only one answer, so I know that you didn't vote. That's good. I will do it right now. Send you the correct one, and it's going to be a title of final. So you will be sure that this is a final.
Final. All right, so Nabil, just to repeat, can you make the motion again?
Nabil El Habib IVSA in Morocco. I move to go into studies for 5 minutes.
All right, is there any discussion? Are there any objections? Seeing none, please check the form and discuss with your ground team and vote for the final time. Thank you guys. Don't leave the room. Don't leave the room. It's studies. If you want to leave, you talk to me. Great. The rest go if they need to do stuff. I'll allow them. They ask me first. Great. Oh, too late. That was it. That was the journey of being.
I will do it, I promise.
All right, perfect. Glenn is back in the house. All right. So the chair would like to call the agenda to order at 16:14. UVC +8 by the time. Then moving on, next point on the agenda, which is regional representative updates, and we're starting with the A for Americas. So Gwen.
When IVSA USA bidding number 37, make this super quick because I know we're behind. This is the regional, I'm the regional representative of the Americas, as I said, this is the report for the symposium. This is my team. We have members from Peru, USA, Venezuela, and Brazil. Yes, one member from Brazil. So we have a very diverse team. The first thing we did was an exchange seminar. I actually had this on January 13th, right before I came here. I thought it went very well. We actually saw a need for information on exchanges across the region. We have a lot of MOs interested, so if you're interested in doing exchange with any MOs in the Americas, please reach out. Basically what we did is we had 3 total speakers just discussing exchanges. If you're part of the EO meeting, we use the same format. And we got pretty good response to that. So if you have any questions, please just let me know. Quick updates. I do one-on-ones with EOs and basically anybody from the MO that wants to be a part of the meeting can join as well. And I just had the last one beginning of December, so we will likely have another one either beginning of February or beginning of March, depending on how the presidents feel about that. We're doing team meetings. We try to have them once a month, but sometimes that doesn't happen. It gets a little delayed. Generally, they're very short. We just discuss what's going on. Social media project. I don't have the flyer here because unfortunately this presentation was due right before the flyer came out. But if you saw any of the slides in between for the Americas, you can see that flyer there. And we are calling it the MO Showcase. So we're basically just having each MO work with my social media officer to create a post that describes the region and hopefully encourages an exchange with that region. So yeah, that's what that is. You can follow our social media. Again, if you're interested in exchanges, that might be a really great way to find out what the school or the region is like and whether you want to exchange with them or not. The survey we don't have ready yet, but we're hoping to have ready for the end of the month. Basically what happened is in some of the one-on-one meetings, I had points brought up about some difficulties or obstacles that were being brought up for the MO, and so we wanted to get a deeper understanding of what each member in our region is struggling with, and so we're going to be sending out a survey to better understand that soon to come. Regional Symposium updates. It is right on track. I have a phenomenal project manager. Her name is Daniela. She's from Peru, and she has been so on top of this. She has like an entire spreadsheet laid out that we're following along, and we're right on track with it. So basically, the topic and theme is going to be very diverse. Our OC wanted to keep it broad, so that's what it's going to be. And we don't have an exact name yet, but we're actually not going to make the Instagram post/announcement yet, so that is more to come. And the date that we decided on is April 20th and the 27th. So we're actually doing a 2-day symposium over the course of 2 weekends for both Saturdays. And that was just based on asking all the OC members to kind of talk around with their MOs and their friends to see what dates would work best. The platform will be Microsoft Teams. Again, that was a vote of the whole OC. Although some people might not like Microsoft Teams, we decided to go with that format because they actually have a translation feature, and so most of the members in our region actually are Spanish only speaking, so we had to go with Microsoft Teams. That's it. Any questions?
All right. And if you have any questions later, you know who Gwen is. You can find her. Yeah, Susanna coming in. In the meantime, I am continuing. So, A, B, C, oh, still A. Asia, which will be you. And you all set.
That is still IVSA Malaysia, pin number 49, sorry. So I'm going to walk you through like what I've been done over the past 3 months. So for those of you who doesn't know me yet, because I actually missed sadly I missed the icebreaking session. So my name is Manji Siu and I'm from Malaysia and I'm the current regional representative for this term. So this is my team. The one that is here is Yuan. If you can raise up your hand, let everyone to see you, that would be good. Yuan and also Isan. Isan, you can raise your hand as well. So Isan is running for secretary position. I'm very sad if he got it. He might. Okay. I'm just joking because you're all like so sleepy, right? I'm so kind of just sleep today, but life goes on. Okay. So that's it for the regional team. All right. Okay. So back to serious matters. What are the projects that have been going on in the Asia region? Is that as you might be aware already, we are going to have the first in-person third IVSA Asia Regional Symposium, which is happening in Malaysia. And we also, Asia is actively in collaboration with the International Pharmaceutical Student Federation. That one is IVSF, and IFMSA stands for International Federation of Medical Student Association, and IADS stands for International Association of Dentistry Students. So yeah, these are the two activities that under our collaboration. And we are in discussion with the Global Food Partner, just for your information, later in the slide later. And also we have Fun Friday projects and also do what the other regional representatives are doing, which is to assist members in all issues related to IVSA. So let's go to the first one. I just put a little information here because at this point we don't have any poster yet. But just for you to know, we have been actively communicating with our partners and with the accommodations and the university as well. We got the approval documents and also from the EXCO. So yeah, this is the current progress and we're going, as what Timo said, we're going to share the registration post hopefully by this month, by the end of this month, or latest would be the beginning of February. So yeah, this is the collaboration that we were talking about. This is the Interprofessional Asia Pacific AMR Youth Forum. So we managed to invite 18 panels overall because everything is happening in 3 days. This is like just a webinar series. So every day we have around 35 to 40 participants joining the meeting to talk about, to get some inputs from the panels. And our Aftish is there as one of the panels. Oh, yeah, thank you, Aftish. So this one is for the youth forum. Okay, so in conjunction with the AirMa Youth Forum is the AirMa Hackathon, which just for information, we as the organizing committee, we're going to throw them a topic or to say an issue in the Asia region. Like, okay, so we have this kind of issue in AirMa. You guys, as the participant, is going to come up with a project. It can come from various topics like from the policy side or from the veterinary medicine side or from the medical side, like what you guys can do to help solve this issue. So that is basically a gist of this project. And also collaboration with Jeffrey, like
Speak a little less fast.
yeah, sure, no worries.
And yourself.
Yeah, so this is the collaboration with the Global Food Partner. So this company, they are working on cage-free egg production. So we are at this stage because we are not sure yet what is the interest of the Asia members regarding the topics that they can provide. So we are now planning in active conversation with them to plan a webinar to see the participation rate. And this is Fun Friday project. I would like to give a shout out to Kayana. He is a she from University of Udayana actually, but she does not make it here. She couldn't make it here, but yeah, we really appreciate her work. So basically, the project is about we are creating 2 posts per month on IVSA Asia social medias, and it's about posting fun facts about our region. It can be animals and be MO and stuff. Okay, the last thing I would like to mention is that I've been actively assisting members in all issues related to IVSA. which I have conducted one-on-one meetings with all the members and the membership fee issues as well as the members portal. So if you have any question and it come from the Asia region, you can always come and talk to me. I might not be able to give you an answer instantly, but then I will get an answer for you when I got an answer, right? Thank you.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, you know it's you can find. Right, so you see me struggling with the chair, I'm literally sticking to the chair, that's why I keep tripping. All right, so we have more beautiful regions, and the next one is ABCDE Europe.
Team Analyzer Expo meeting number 8. Sadly, our Europe regional rep couldn't make it, Stella, so I'll do it in her place. This is Stella's team, Stella's regional rep. As you can see, Matilda was also here at the symposium. For the rest, we have a quite diverse team, as you see. We have different MOs that are represented in the team. Regarding MOs themselves, as I said before, they made a new regional WhatsApp group to get the information easier to the presidents and YOs and members. Then they conducted one-on-one meetings throughout the first part of the term. At the moment, 20 out of the 31 MOs attended it and scheduled one. And as I said before, there are 2 new MOs coming in for the Europe region. The first project that they conducted was a translation project. There was a collab project between FECAVA and IVSA where members could choose which document they would want to translate in their language, and then after translating it, they would get a certificate from FECAVA time that they did this. Then they also did a postcard exchange around the end of December, where some members could apply for it and then write a postcard to another member. And then at the beginning of this year, a lot of members received a postcard with sweet words from a member somewhere else in Europe. And as said before, we are going to Aden for our European Regional Symposium. And at the end of this month, beginning of next month, are you answering?
No.
Okay.
Let me just give it go on.
Okay, thank you. At the end of this month, beginning of February, we'll open application for our second in real life IVSA Europe Regional Symposium. Thank you on behalf of Stella. Does anyone has any question? See none.
Thank you, Timo, and Stella, and the Europe team. We are moving on to the next agenda point, which is Middle East and North Africa, and that should be Nabil. Go, Nabil.
Mohammed Habib, IVSA Morocco. Hello again. So this presentation is going to be the updates for the MENA region. So on behalf of my team, I would like to thank these people that worked so hard to achieve all the projects and the initiatives that we are working on. And I've tried to choose a diverse team, but I ended up just with 3 from Tunisia, my secretary, Egypt, and Morocco. So concerning the updates, we conducted the one-on-one meetings with approximately all the MOs, but still we are lacking of communication with some of them, which makes the meetings and also basically simple communication very difficult. I've been working on certificates for MO boards member of the last term since they weren't delivered, and members of last term really worked on these on their terms, so that's the least I can do for them. Yep. And next, I have some issues with some team members that I completely understand since I've talked with them all and they have their reasons. So wait for the next few weeks. We'll open application for some positions, and we are working on recruiting new members. Concerning projects, we did the International Arabic Language Day that happened on December 18. So we published, if you have seen it in our Instagram feed or Facebook feed, some international well-known phrase with the description and also some work on our stories, how to pronounce Arabic words. Then we have the MENA Symposium, which is gonna happen on February 24th. And we just fixed the theme, which is the effects of climate change on animal health and explore adaptive strategies to tackle these conditions. So if you are interested by that, please join. Applications are gonna be open in the first part of February. Then we have our future goals and initiatives as Jesus. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We have a collaboration with the Wildlife and Exotic Animal Network that is coming up in today, maybe, or tomorrow. You'll see it, just go for it. And we have a collaboration also coming with the wellness committee. It's taking more time than the past network, but it's coming. Then we have few projects like the famous vets from MENA that developed that are well known and they mark the veterinary field, and also the MO showcase that brings up the highlights of each MO. And then we are working on a partnership with the MEAVC, which stands for the Middle East and Middle East and Africa Veterinary Congress that is going to happen in Dubai, if I'm not wrong. And we have our social media platforms. Please follow us for more. Thank you.
Any questions from the field? Seeing none, you know what to find. Next one. Well, the voice is getting funky again. Next letter in the alphabet is S for Sub-Saharan Africa. Timor.
Timor is the EXCO being number 8. And finally, the 5th region, SSA region. Blessing could sadly not attend this event, so I'll present this in his behalf. Here you can see the team of Blessing. You can see John Jan also being on the team as the external relations manager. And yeah, you can clap for him. And so as you can see, the team is quite diverse from Nigeria, Malawi, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Ghana represented in the team. Then the achievements. We have quite a lot of achievements already for SSA region. The first one is a partnership with APHSN, where there was a summit in Kenya at the beginning of the symposium, on the 16th, I think 16th, 17th of January. Then there was collaboration with IVSA, African Region Organization, where they are working on World AMO Awareness Week. They are working on a social media series. You will see everything later in the presentation. There's also an ongoing video challenge. He's now working on intervention and revival of some MOs, as I said before, IVSA Senegal, who is activated again. And yeah, he was conducting one-on-one meetings with national MOs, and he met all MOs except one at the moment. He's recruiting to get new MOs, he's reaching out to new partners, and sharing everything that communities that is from IVSA and partners are posting, he's sharing it with the local chapters and MOs via the WhatsApp group, as stated before. So the first partnership was AVHSN, where Blessing was one of the IVA representatives, where we worked on policy paper writing, the social media part and publicity of the event. And thanks to this event, he had some communication with potential sponsors for SSA region. And as I said before, it was changed. The date was changed normally, it was on November 29th, it was changed to 16 to 17 of January. Then the collaboration with IPSF, Africa Region Organization, where they worked on the World AMR Awareness Week. He joined the media and publicity part of the organizing committee of this event, and quite a lot of IVSA members joined that event, so it was a really nice event. Then, as talked before, the SSA video challenge that he's doing now is a no challenge. So members are encouraged to make a video where they say hello in their native language, and then using an hashtag to post it online. The social media series, one of the funnest part I think that he's doing at the moment. Every week we see a new post about African food series, for example, series about fun facts about animals in SSA region, and also Monday motivation quotes. So if you did not yet, please follow SSA region on social media because they are posting a lot. Their social media is really going well, and you can learn a lot. Like every day I learn something new with African food series or fun facts about animals. So if you have not yet, please follow their social media. And as I said before, they are reaching out to new partners in the region. John is doing this. And currently they're working to have a webinar with Retis Africa, and they are speaking with different partners at the moment. So I hope I can show you more partners and sponsors, but at the moment it's going well, so it will be fine. Regarding future projects, we'll have an online regional symposium where they are working on now, hopefully more partnerships. They would like to have more informational webinars on how to do group exchanges, how to do online exchanges, for example. Same as the Americas has done now a few days ago. He wants to make an SSA regional quiz competition and an essay competition. So a lot of great ideas coming up, and follow the social medias and you will see them. In behalf of Blessing, thank you for your time and thank you for listening. Are there any questions? Seeing none.
One more round of applause for our beautiful regions. So, excitement. The chair would like to entertain a motion to present the election results. No? So, I already spoke to the parliamentarian. It was never properly tabled, so this is the only way I can do it.
We didn't even come to that point. We need to table topics to come to the election.
Oh, okay, confusion, sorry. So, I'm gonna let Vanna do that first.
Anna Lucic, IVSA Expo, bidding number 10. I would like to entertain a motion I would like to move to table topics from 16.5, presentation and discussion of the treasurer's preliminary financial statement, all the way to, what?
Can she move to the next slide?
All the way to 17, bylaw amendment 11.1.1 MO duties.
This one.
Second.
No, just the same.
So, is there any discussion on tabling all these points? Are there any objections? Seeing none, points are tabled. And we are taking the agenda action results. Thank you guys for keeping me sharp. Yes, yes. Setting up.
Zuzanna, czekaj, IVSA Expo. So So this is something what all of you were waiting for. And at the beginning, I would also one more time say sorry for all the inconvenience which happened during these elections, because it wasn't, oh, sorry. It wasn't made with bad intentions, but I'm very happy that we fixed everything, because at the end of the day, the most important part is that we did everything with the order and rules. That being said, I would like to go to the elections results, starting with president. As you can see, these are the results of the first round, in which we can see that one of the nominees get the lowest number of votes, and you can be a little bit shocked why we are having only, why we are missing 4 or 2 votes, because these people abstain. And now, one nominee is going out, and their votes are relocated based on the preferences for the next nominees. And we are having our president. Here you can see the final allocated of all of the votes. So one more time, congratulations. And we are moving now to the secretariat. Again, first round. As you can see, we are having 2 nominees with the same results. Both of them were elected. Both of them were elected from the further elections, and both of these votes went to other people based on the allocations of votes. And this is how is looking our final 3. And after that, another person was eliminated, and their votes, of course, were allocated between the last 2 candidates. And that's what happened, and that's why we needed to have another round with another form, because you can see 22 versus 22. And our final. Working. As you remember from the things which happened during these elections, we need to go with preferential votes. And you can see the results of both votes and the preferences. And at the end, all the preferences were added together, were added together, come down, and we are having Ishan as a winner with the 56.82%. One more time, congratulations. Collaboration and for your work and for everything. We did it. Applause for you guys.
So, moment of excitement. Then, we're going on with the GA, because we still have 18 minutes left or so we're going to make good use of them. More pictures tonight unfolded, obviously. Right, then I need someone to unveil.
Wanda Ducic, IVSA Exco, meeting number 10. I would like to untable topic 16.5, presentation and discussion of the treasurer's preliminary financial statement.
Is there any discussion? Are there any objections? Seeing none, it is all tabled, and it's Stefan's turn.
Tessa van Duin, IVSA Exco, meeting number 7. I'm just waiting for my presentation to load. Yay. Okay, so I'll first shortly tell what I'm going to do. As you know, the term hasn't been going on that long, but I will inform you about the financial status of IVSA up until now. This is not something you get to vote on. You get to ask questions whenever you want, but it's a presentation. You get to listen and answer questions. And of course, you're very excited about all the numbers. Okay, we're starting with the income. As you can see, we have several different points. So we have income, one is the membership fee, and we have already some income from the membership fee. As I earlier explained with the bylaw amendment, this is from the current term, so the 2023, so what the post treasurer started collecting. Next to that, we have tax from the Symposium and the Congress. Since we haven't finished up the finances from the Symposium, we have not got that income yet. Same with sponsors or contacts ongoing, but we have not received anything from it. Sorry. Well, and then we have a point alumni incoming. As you can see, there was nothing budgeted for it. That's because the incoming was for the alumni event, and that was separate income, and I thought it was better to keep it here and not call it other income. And then, of course, we have the other income, which are, for instance, when I have from the bank, sometimes I pay stuff because I send money to somewhere, not the euro account. And if the conversion factor changes later, then the bank sends me back a bit of money because the conversion factor is in our favor, which makes me very happy because I get a bit of money. And there is, oh, sorry, thank you, Lisa. And there is some income from a advertisement we have, which was also nice. Then we have, I'm starting with expenses. I'm doing this in separate parts because it's quite a long list, and otherwise people in the back, even if they try, they won't see it. I hope you can read it now. Okay, doubtful. Sorry, I thought it was big enough. Okay, well, it's also not, there's not very much happening yet. We have some travel expenses for the Symposium for Exco. This is because those were pre-reimbursements. Usually we reimburse people, which means we pay them back afterwards. However, if that person is not able to pay that amount for the travel expense beforehand, we have an Exco vote. If we decide on allowing pre-reimbursement, then we do that. So that's why we already have some Exco expenses. Next to that, some of our members have, some of the Exco officials have been going to partner events. So we have partner travel expenses and other. The other was me sitting at 6 o'clock in the bus to Brussels to register us. It was lovely. So at the moment, even though we have over 50,000 euros budgeted for the travel expenses, we have spent 4,536 euros of that at the moment. But of course, after this event, I'll be getting all the expense reports from the officials, and we'll go up a bit. Then the next part is the committees and networks. We have several committees, as was explained already before. And at the moment, Scovy has been using by the website. They have budgeted a lot more, so there's much more to come. SCA has been using some of the money to give prizes for to members who did a very good job at a writing competition. And SCA also has a similar winner, which makes the total committee expenses, which is budgeted at 6,750 euros. At the moment, 496 is paid. Then we have administrative expenses, of expenses, of which we budgeted a total of 500. I've decided to split those up to make it clearer in my own registration. And the banking office charge, that is mainly the bank, because we have an account every month to pay it. At the moment, we have paid 162 euros to them, and some other administrative costs, for instance, being allowed to use email, which is very useful. And that's 157, which gives a total of administrative cost of 320. Okay, you're all looking very not at my slides, please. I'm trying. Okay, you're all awake. Yay, thank you. To our lovely chair for providing me with news. Then, this is the last page of the expenses, yay. We have some other expenses, it's a long list. Sorry. Yeah, I can read them all, but nobody's going to enjoy that. At the moment, we have some for sponsorships, for official tools, for business cards, and at the moment we have used the officials tools. We have a total of 400 budgeted for that, and we have used 112. Next to that, members' quota is the biggest expense that we have budgeted for because members' quota is very awesome, but the awesomeness costs some money. I haven't paid it yet, but it's going to be a big bill. Oh, sorry, the administrative cost is also on here. I forgot to remove that when I changed it. Sorry, that's my mistake. Well, our other expenses are a total of 9,197 euros, and of that we have spent 433. And this is our total expenses. The total is budgeted at 72,237 euros. Sorry, in Dutch we say numbers different. I'm confused sometimes. And we have spent at the moment 5,466. So we have some money to spend. Yeah, we have several banks, which makes my life not easy, but someone decided in the past that it was awesome to have a lot of banks. A few days ago, we had 81,000 on our ING, 1,500 on our Wise account, 34,000 on our PayPal account, and this is for euros. Now we have one bank in dollars, that's Bank of America with $14,500. Since every year we vote on a conversion factor to make the life of me easier, and also to make sure that everybody applies for a invoice to be a member, that they pay for the same conversion factor in case they pay in dollars. Since the calculations are in euros and then we convert it to dollars, and in Denmark we voted on this conversion factor and it was voted that €1 during this term will be the same as $1.1. So there's a bit of calculation, and that makes the total of our banks $130,000. Yeah, this was a few days ago, so it will have changed by now. Then I would have, this money is a big part of this is our reserve fund. That is because if as an organization you want to, well, function and also be a bit safe, it's best to have at least 1 year of your expenses in savings. Because if something happens, if all our sponsors decide not to pay us, and you also will decide not to pay us, we still want to be able to do things. So that's why it seems like we have an enormous amount of money, and it is a lot. But a lot of this is a reserve fund, which is just our savings account, you could say. And as you just saw, we have a total budget of 72,000 euros. That's a little more than half of this. I don't have the exact overview of it because we're working. This is just preliminary financial report. It takes quite a lot of time to get it all fixed. So on to that was the first part. Are there any questions about what I've just shown you of our expenses? No. Are there any questions about the current income and expenses of IVSA? Thank you at least for watching at the screen. I like that. Then I'll continue. Because in Denmark we voted on the proposed budget and it was accepted. However, shortly after our term started, I noticed that I didn't even notice in Denmark we didn't have unexpected expenses on our budget. And unexpected expenses, well, you never know if they're happening because they're unexpected, but they're quite important. So I want to add them to our budget because if an expense happens that's unexpected, I would like to be able to pay the person who has that expense back, and I would like to be able to pay it since you never know if we need it. Usually the unexpected expenses of IVSA are set at 5% of our total. So here we have the subtotal of all the expenses which I just presented to you. Of that, 10%, we take 10%, and we also want to give that to the reserve fund to make sure our reserve fund stays big enough and grows, since our expenses usually also are growing, and 5% of the subtotal which I just presented goes to unexpected expenses, which makes the total expenses 83,000 euros. And I've put the income next to it just to show that sadly there's a slight discrepancy, so I'll just have to eat peanut butter to have a good treat, since I don't have a balanced budget. But as already, as you might have seen, we budget quite a lot for travel expenses, but usually it doesn't happen that everybody that every secretary is able to go to an event. Also, so far we've been spending less on our travel expenses for partners because, well, everybody's been keeping really good eye out on what the cheapest way to go to a partner event was, so we haven't been spending as much on events as we budgeted for. So I do think that we will manage with this minor gap in our budget. So with that said, am I ready to move it? I move to approve the amended budget for the IVSA financial year of 2023-2024.
Second.
Great. Is there any discussion? Are there any objections to approving the financial report like the such as presented? Wait. Again, I was wrong. So, motion on the floor is to approve the amended budget for the IVSA financial year 2023-24, which is this one. Is there any discussion? Come on. Mike?
Shut it down. Shut it down. Kamal, ready? Shut it down. Kamal, come here. Come here. Come here. We need one mic working, sorry.
Yeah, Jamal Aman, as you guys are German. Okay. Number 58, I so move.
No?
No.
I thought. Thank you for your enthusiasm, but since I'm not chair, I can move things. But we like your enthusiasm.
So, questions about monies or discussion, of course.
Met de large IVSA actual. By number 63. Can we have some information on the detail of the sponsors which gave the money, or is it possible? The amount of money each sponsor. Thank you.
That's something I'm IVSA Exco doing number 7. So that is part of the income. I did indeed not specify it out. That's partially because we are still in discussion with all the sponsors. So until we have finished those discussions, I will just give the total amount sometime. But good question.
Addition.
So as I'm doing IVSA Exco beginning number 6, the EOR report is tomorrow, so tomorrow we will know more about our sponsors.
Okay, cool. Any other discussion? Yes?
Jesus Hernandez, IVSA USA, being number 47. Could we go? Yes. Sorry. Jesus Hernandez, IVSA USA, being number 47. Could we go back to the travel expenses for partners? Yeah, for partner events. So, could you further elaborate how spending this budget, like the ratio of what we receive back from attending these events is, just like the ratio of what we're investing in these events compared to like what we're getting back from it, if that makes sense.
I think this is out of all this is we're discussing the addition of an expected expense, and we're not discussing the travel expenses since these have already been accepted. I think it's a good question, but it would have been a question for my financial report and not a question for my bylaw amendment, for my budget amendment, because the budget amendment is about the 5%.
But nevertheless, you can just come to Jessa and she can explain it to you later, right? So, also fine.
Vanda Dušić, IVSA Exco being number 10. What you are asking right now is something that we should have discussed in Denmark when I proposed the budget and we approved it. That's what previous speaker was mentioning. And we are right now just discussing this addition of 5% because that's the only change we are doing from the one that we already approved, if that makes sense. But I can always answer questions later.
Okay, so I hope that is clear now. Any discussion? Okay. Oh, yes, away.
Kim Si-yeon from IVSA South Korea. I lost my car, so I don't know my PIN number.
Oh, okay, that's fine. What's your question?
Yeah.
Or your, yes?
My question is, where is the advance expenditure for the symposium? That I can see
Wait, can you repeat your question?
Where is-
Mics, please.
Here, okay, sorry. Where is the advance expenditure for the symposium, this symposium?
I'm sorry, this question is also out of order. The only thing that we're discussing, yeah, yes, thank you, Mike. The only thing we're discussing right now is on all that we've just seen, that's already fixed. We cannot change that. The thing that's new is that one, that line, is annex. But we're just adding that into it because we forgot in Denmark. So we're gonna fix that. That's what we're discussing, nothing else. Again, any other questions? Go to Tessa later. Okay, so are there questions on just adding this line to the budget? Are there any objections to approving a motion on the floor to amend the budget for the IVSA financial year 2023-2024? Yes.
Nabila Habib IVSA Morocco, I so move.
No. Please sit down, out of order. So, I'm saying, I know, we're all tired, but we're almost there, guys. Keep going. So, I'm saying, are there any objections to approving the amended budget for the IVSA financial year 2023-2024? Is that an objection? Okay, no, wait, hold it. Because that, so, no objections. That means the amendment passes and is approved. Okay, so we're out of time. So the chair would like to entertain a motion to adjourn GA 6. Yeah, anyone? Mike, please, class. Go, anyone.
John President Taiwan, Green number 81, I so move.
Is there any discussion? Are there any objections? Seeing none, GA's adjourned. Wait, announcements as always. So, sorry for rushing things, guys, but like, we really need to leave because of the hotel. So, please, quiet. This is important. Okay, so sorry for being a bit rude, but I need you guys to really pay attention, even if you're really tired. As you can see on our itinerary, and I mentioned before, we're running very late. Do not worry. You will have enough time to curl your hair and do your nails. That's fine. DOC will fix that for you. So what I would like to ask you of you right now is when we leave this room, when we go back to hotel, we're in a hotel, and for the officials, you'll have your official meeting, so go there first. And I think DOC is going to tell you what's happening next. Unless,
All right, so guys.